Okay, so we talk a lot about hairstyles and hair products on this channel, but we haven't really talked about, why. Why do we style our hair? What's the motivation behind wanting our hair to look good? Now, one of those reasons, and I'd say probably the main reason, is to impress the opposite sex. Is that an awkward phrasing? Gonna leave that. So with that in mind, let's talk about the 5 biggest turnoffs, hair turnoffs, according to girls. The first one is going to be dandruff and flakes, and honestly, this is probably one of the biggest ones. I've been there in the past. Depending on how bad it is, it can be just downright embarrassing. Dandruff is just annoying in every way. It looks dirty, it makes your hair look unhealthy, it's itchy, and in line with today's video, it's just downright unattractive. The one upside, however, is that dandruff can be majorly reduced or even completely eliminated if you use the right product. In this case, I've partnered up with Head & Shoulders once again. So let me just make this clear. Before I ever even had a YouTube channel, back when I lived in Tanzania, Head & Shoulders was actually our daily driver for a long period of time. Just trust me, with some of the conditions out there, I needed something that would clean my hair thoroughly and reduce itchiness from dust and other particles floating around. And dandruff kind of affects everyone differently. For me, dandruff is something that just kind of comes and goes. It comes at unexpected times. So I've definitely experienced dandruff in the past. It's not something that I have to deal with all the time, but it does come at an unexpected time. And when it does come, I've always relied on Head & Shoulders to get my hair back to normal. Now, since my African days, a couple things have changed, and Head & Shoulders now has something built in called the 3-action formula, and it's designed to cleanse, protect, and moisturize. It cleanses your hair from oil, dirt, and dandruff buildup, including flakes. It protects your scalp from dandruff moving forward, and it locks in moisture to retain scalp hydration, and this leads to less breakage over time. Guys, if you've been struggling with dandruff or even just an itchy scalp, I highly recommend checking out Head & Shoulders Classic Clean Shampoo and Conditioner. It's gonna help you fight off that nasty stuff. And at the end of the day, it is a shampoo, so you can use it even if you don't have dandruff to help maintain that healthy scalp and healthy hair. Obviously, that's the foundation to any great hairstyle. If you wanna pick some up, check out the link down below. Number 2, hair turn off, according to girls, is greasy hair. And greasy hair can be caused by a number of factors. If you're not cleaning your hair properly, or if you're just not showering regularly, or even some of the products that you're using. Girls just aren't down with that greasy, gross mess. Here's a nice little fact for you. When it comes to physical appearance, your hair is one of the first things that someone else is gonna notice, especially when it comes to your hygiene and how well you take care of yourself. If your hair looks clean, it looks freshly washed, that's automatically gonna make people think that you are a naturally clean person. Gonna make people think that you're clean from head to toe. But if your hair is a greasy mess, people are gonna look at that like you just haven't washed yourself in a while. And not to mention, greasy hair is gross to touch. No one wants to touch that, and usually smells pretty bad. Now, the one exception to greasy hair is for those people who are going for the old school hairstyles like slick backs or pompadours. If you are going for a shine hairstyle, make sure that your hair is tightly packed together and looks like it's purposely done, purposely, combed and slicked and everything's in place. Loose, greasy hair just looks a mess. If you are going for a shine, in my opinion, it looks best with a clean combed hairstyle. Number 3 hair turnoff, according to girls, is putting zero effort into your hairstyle. Even if you're the type of guy who will never touch a blow dryer, maybe you don't even use hair products barely ever. You prefer going all natural, you can still get a haircut that will suit your face and your facial features. I get that there are guys out there who don't really care about their hair, or they're just not really that into it, but chances are you're still gonna be getting a haircut at some point. When you go in for a haircut, simply ask your hairdresser for a cut that they think will suit your facial features. A simple haircut can make a world of a difference between you looking like you just don't care or even know what you're doing with your hair, and you actually having a decent looking hairstyle, even if you don't want to put effort into it. Now, moving on to number 4, this is kind of the opposite, and that is using way too much hair product to style your hair. I think we should all take a moment and raise our hands if we've been there before. I know that I definitely have. See, women love soft and flowy hair and love to be able to run their fingers through it, and it's something that just feels nice. And if you're gunked up with tons of product, it just doesn't look or feel good to the touch, One of my favorite things ever is getting head scratches from Dinty, but if I'm loaded up with product, then it's just not gonna happen. No one wants to feel that thick clumpiness and get product residue all over their fingers. Using too much hair product to the point that it's visibly noticeable that's a big no. And number 5 hair turnoff is rocking a haircut or a hairstyle that simply just does not suit you. Trust me guys, women see straight through people who are trying too hard to be or to look like someone or something that they simply aren't. Every single person has the ability to maximize their hairstyle, assuming you've got some hair. But that just means finding out what works best for you. Not rocking what everyone else has. I don't want to see any more of that paintbrush effect that I talked about a few weeks ago. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I made a video called Does Your Hairstyle Suck? Check it out if you're not sure. With that said, guys, that brings us to the end. Again, if you're struggling with dandruff or you've been there in the past, I highly recommend checking out Head & Shoulders line shampoo and conditioner that is found in the description of this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this helpful in any way, go ahead, click that thumbs up button, and I'll be seeing everybody next time.